Good morning, my loves. I have my second cup of coffee. I have a blanket because the days have turned colder here, and the dog really likes it when I leave the door open for him so that he doesn't have to interrupt me in the middle of recording. We don't want yet another co-host. Today we're going to talk about Necrons. As in the first episode of Warring Vicariously, I spoke about the Necron tier, how they were a short-lived race that possibly created to combat the orcs, and that the Satan approached them and offered them an escape from their brief existence. But the Satan lied and enslaved them. The Necrons, of course, rebelled and overthrew the Satan, but it was already too late. They were doomed to their living metal, immortal existence. Again, I asked people in the Warhammer 40k fans group on Facebook, as well as the Necrons group on Facebook, about our subject du quoi. I don't know if I did that right. It's really early in the morning, and sometimes my brain goes with what it goes with. Our subject of the day. So Necrons have always had this undead theme and Egyptian theme since the very first references to them in Gorka Morka, where there was a picture of a Necron head in a sand dune. Shortly after that, the first box of Necron Warriors came out. There is a huge scope of variety within the Necron army because GW keeps changing the lore, apparently. They range from the mindless Satan-controlled armies, as presented in 3rd edition, to forces where commanders give rousing speeches and continue to give rousing speeches because there is never any recognition of the words hitting. So they just keep talking. I identify very strongly with that. They do not speak in binary, which is a common misconception, but they are able to transfer information instantly. Despite this, they seem to prefer to talk, even though it takes a lot longer. Necrons, in addition to being undead, living metal creatures that are like Chumbawamba, they can get back up again after they're downed. They have some unexpectedly cool powers, and not just Gauss rifles. In a story called The Key to Infinity, a cryptech was trapped in a stasis field and was being studied by a group of Astartes, and in order to escape, it created a time loop. I don't know who you are, but that's freaking cool. They also seem to have a machine that is turning all the people in a sector, even psychers, into nulls. That's not creepy at all. Of course, we cannot talk about the Necrons without talking about the Satan, which are one of the two old races, them and the old ones that we know about. They're all kind of broken down in shadows of their old power, though. There were two Satan mentioned by name in my research asks. The first is the Nightbringer, who is apparently responsible for nearly every species' fear of death. So if they have a fear of death, it's because of the Nightbringer. I don't know why, I don't know how. Maybe he's just this creepy cryptid Satan, goes around and makes nightmares and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's the reason why humans fear shadows. We're not going to get into all the creepypasta internet stuff today. In 7th edition, the Necron book, I guess the Necron Codex, confirmed that the Void Dragon had been shattered. So the theory that the Void Dragon is buried on Mars may be only partially correct, because if it is the Void Dragon, it is only a piece of him. But there is credence to the idea that the a piece of the Void Dragon is buried on Mars? Because the Necrons staged a suicide run into the Sol system, and 3 Shroud-class cruisers landed on Mars with, presumably, the intent to awaken the Void Dragon. This will tie into our next episode, which will be about Tyranids. But the Necrons built this device called the Pharos that utilized psychic energy to aid in warp navigation. And at one point, Gilliman used it to help navigate the Imperium Secundus during the Ruin Storm. This thing was destroyed in the Heresy, and many people believe that that is what called the Tyranids to our galaxy. Sorry, guys. My community was not super overly helpful with the information about Necrons this time around. I have many more pages of notes on Tyranids, so stay tuned in 2 weeks for that episode. But in the meantime, please go down below into the comments and let me know what else you'd like to hear about, because I am starting to do community-led research here. So there's a little bit of prep time that has to happen before each episode. Let me know what you want to hear about so I can gather my sauces. And in the meantime, I guess it's time for me to thank again the members of the Warhammer 40k fans and Necrons Facebook groups. And my hobby gratitude for today is that yesterday I found out that there is going to be a Sister of Battle action figure. And this is like a trite little thing to be grateful for, but it's part of a bigger picture. Because the Sisters of Battle are finally getting the attention and recognition that they deserve, and it makes me really, really happy and very grateful, and you can bet that I will be getting myself a little Sister of Battle action figure. Don't forget to like this video if you like this sort of entertainment, to subscribe if you'd like to see more of our videos. We will be putting lots more content out very, very shortly. And to hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of every time one of our videos goes live. Thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to live, laugh, lore.